So this What Would You Do segment is called My Criminal Man. I'm a 58-year-old woman and I've been around the block regarding marriage. I wasn't looking for anything serious, but life had other plans. I met a tall, charming consultant at my law firm. He was everything and even around my age. And after one day, it was a wrap. We've been traveling, dining, and just living. It's been 2 years and he recently proposed. And of course, I said yes because, hey, I'm older and I'm not getting any younger. But one night at dinner, a woman approached our table and said, "Remember me?" He denied knowing her, but she said, "Until you give me my money, I'm not going to let up." He told her she was mistaken and asked her to leave. I asked him what that was about, and he told me he had no clue who she was. So I left it alone. Later that week, my friend called and told me that my fiancé was known around town for Ponzi schemes and using women for money. I confronted him and he denied it, but something didn't sit right with me. So I decided to look him up and found 6 old mugshots for fraud, and the most recent one was a year ago. He says that his past should be his past, and I sort of agree. He said his business is now legit. I'm 62 now, and honestly, he treats me well. I don't know if I should let this go, ladies. What would you do? He a criminal.
The past is behind him.
A year ago.
Y'all don't care.
A year ago.
Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care.
A year ago.
Y'all don't care.
A year ago.
Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't
A year
care.
ago, a mugshot.
Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care.
criminal?
Y'all don't care. Well, listen, I look.
He gonna steal all her
Brandon
money.
with the B, I can tell you some stories. Brandon with the B, I can tell you some stories.
Y'all.
I can tell you some stories.
Okay,
Listen to me.
well, she's 62, so
Listen. What?
that's what I guess that's what you said. The older we get, you know.
No. Let me tell you something. One of the things I have learned. One of the things I have learned. Y'all don't care anything. And when I tell you anything about a man's character, his record, his past, 2 things. Y'all are desperate for a relationship. Number 1. Number 2, you all think you can save a nigga.
I'm not gonna lie. I agree with that.
Oh, I can change him. He gonna be about the Lord got a plan and a purpose for his life.
Not
But
a plan and a
But
purpose for him.
no. Y'all don't care nothing about that. Y'all don't get y'all. It don't matter. And get this, it doesn't matter how old y'all are. It don't matter if you Christian, Muslim, Jewish. It don't matter.
Not the Jews.
Dang,
Y'all don't care. Women do not care at all. You don't care. All you care about is companionship. That's all you want. Love me a long time.
I'm not gonna lie. I agree with the desperate for a relationship. That's like a big thing. Like, yeah.
And
Desperate.
at 62.
Yeah, 62, you real desperate for a relationship. But he said his
I should interview the 3 of y'all and ask y'all what y'all have settled for. You ready to go around the room?
Let's not
Y'all, that's not a, I don't, settled for? Settled. I haven't been in a relationship in-
No. I'm asking, is there anybody that you all have dated that you knew doggone well, based upon his character, his record? Y'all had no bit.
You don't got
No, y'all no. If you kissing, if you bro. If you kissing, look at him.
Sorry. We weren't really dating. We was just,
No. Don't put no word to it. Don't put, if you were kissing in the mouth.
No. I don't do that.
If you were kissing in the mouth, that's what I'm talking about.
All right.
You all don't care who you went to see.
What if you was like 18 or 16 years old, young?
We're not talking about that.
Oh, well, I don't have any stories then.
Mine was
I'm
kind of recent, so
y'all,
I'm just gonna hush.
Chris.
Y'all, my last relationship was
You say your relationship,
ancient.
though.
No, dog. No, bro. You
Ancient.
cap, man.
And I
You
was in
cap.
college.
You cap, dog. You cap.
Y'all.
Okay, get this. I'm talking about, I'm from 18 on up. You all don't care. Matter of fact, I'll give you this. I'll give you middle school. Daddy told you, I'll give you middle school.
not fair.
No, it's
Middle
fair.
school?
Yeah, because in
Middle
middle
school.
listen, it
That's
starts
when
in
it all
it
began.
starts in middle school.
That's where it all
you
began.
want the guy. You don't want the smart guy. You don't want the guy that's going to class. You want a thug.
Yeah, I wanted a guy who
things.
was on the playground kicking the dirt. No, sir. I wanted it. in kindergarten.
And by the time he got to high
'Cause
school,
I knew he was a thug.
And then, by the time he got to high school, he was still kicking the dirt.
Now that's true.
During lunch, he was walking out that trailer.
Why I gotta be a trailer? Why I gotta be a trailer?
The trailer.
Why I gotta be a trailer? Not the
them
school,
that
but the
group don't
trailer.
walk single file now. They just go wherever they want to go. That's who you a date. All right, come on now. Y'all don't care, man.
I don't know.
Y'all do not care. Y'all don't hear this. You all do not care about salvation. Y'all don't care if they criminals.
You don't need to be
Y'all don't care.
saved.
Y'all don't care about none of that. You all do not care. And listen,
ladies.
if I was a grimy dude, I would tell y'all the stuff,
Man.
the stories, the things I have eyewitness account to, the compromises that not men make.
Yeah.
Women make. Men, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna mess y'all up.
I agree.
Men have higher standards than y'all do.
I agree with that.
It's so true.
I agree with that.
Men
I
be
do
like,
agree.
oh, bro, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Well, absolutely not for the relationship. Absolutely not for other stuff.
no, sex, we'll do it.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it for
Okay.
sex. Y'all will marry.
Lord,
Y'all will marry.
Yeah.
We'll have sex with anybody.
Yeah, we'll go to marriage counseling.
Y'all will marry anybody.
Not marriage counseling. Okay, as a collective. We're not gonna talk about individuals. We talk about as a whole.
Yeah.
As a collective, women, we be so desperate.
Y'all, why y'all like
I
that?
don't know, cause I
Why are y'all like that?
I
Why?
just
Why?
get
I'm asking. Why?
$100,000.
No. Why are y'all like that?
I can't speak for the majority.
Well, speak for yourself.
I can. I'm not like that though. No, not in this season. I'm not for no relationship. Desperate. Like
Desperate?
Desperate.
Like what?
Hold on, we can't skate over that one.
Desperate?
Desperate. It's desperate.
I said desperate.
You did not know. You said desperate. Desperate.
Accent.
You ain't got no accent.
This girl got an accent.
I'm from New York.
Desperate.
It's desperate.
So, why y'all do that?
I can't. I don't know. Can anybody?
No.
help?
See, that's the problem I have. The problem I have is now you wanna. We just concluded that you all have done it before. That's what you and it start. Don't interrupt me. Let me finish this. Y'all do this. Starting in middle school, you all do this. You all want things that's outside of. It starts because. It's not who your dad and your mama raised you to date.
It's the thug.
All right, it's that thug thing. It's this,
Yeah.
and it keeps going. So what I'm saying is, let's not talk about what you don't do. I want you to talk to me about why is it that collectively women will compromise spiritually. Y'all be all in the church speaking in tongues. Y'all will go out and get a dude
Yeah.
that has been a Christian for 4 months, and you know he ain't really no Christian.
Or not a Christian at all.
I'm asking, why do you all do? Here's one. I'm just gonna say this. Why do you all settle for guys that have not criminal records? I mean bad records, and y'all will still try to bring him on and try to make him some better person? Why do y'all do that?
So when I think back to middle school, I don't know. I
Think
mean,
back to a year ago, so I'll.
Thank you. That's what I'm
Okay,
talking about.
go ahead.
I need somebody real to get on the mic.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Dad. What
Go
we
ahead.
do?
'Cause I don't have that
You know,
experience.
sometimes it's just about. Sometimes you can know that you're valuable, but really, truly understanding what that means, and I think that we don't always set our non-negotiables. Like, what are we not willing to compromise? It's just when somebody comes along, you have a good time, you enjoy their company, it's almost like that's enough until it's not. So at some point, having a good time runs out, and then you start to look at other things, and then you're like, I'm bigger than this. That's what happened for me. I was bigger than the program. So
Now, okay, so how long did it take you? Hold on, you said, oh, I'm bigger than the program, so I'm gonna do it anyway?
no. So I got to exit.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. That's where I thought you were. All right. So how long does it take you, or how long did it take you to realize, oh, I'm bigger than the program?
Yeah, I started to realize it a couple months in, but I still stayed until
It got bad.
Yeah.
You know, men are different. Men will be like, hey, I ain't about to deal with that.
Yeah.
I ain't about to deal with
Yeah.
A, B, C, and D. We'll stay along. We'll stay for sex,
Yeah.
but we already gone.
Dang.
It's so true.
When we this whole toxic word, we knew something. We weren't calling it toxic, but we knew it was bad.
Yeah.
We will stay for sex because those two minds think differently. But we already know we looking for an exit.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out why do you all stay and try to change the person? Men don't try to change. We be like, nah, this ain't it. Yeah. And we'll stay for the sex, but you all stay in hopes that it'll change.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why I be hopeful for people, because people don't change.
It's that
They really
nurturer
don't.
in y'all.
Yeah,
It got to be that, I'm gonna nurture them back to
Yeah.
health, and you're gonna be a good person, and you're gonna be the man of my dreams. Nah,
Most people don't change.
most people don't
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Most people do not change, y'all. Psychologists say this, that after 25 is how the brain completely forms. It takes tragedy or willingness for a brain to change.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's not happening.
Willingness.
You can't do it.
Willingness.
It takes a tragic situation,
Yeah.
or a person has to really decide to change.
Yeah. And
And I think-
sometimes what you're attracted to isn't always good for you.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm having to change my type. But my type never works out.
So what's your type?
It's in the past.
No. What's your? I want you to help the audience.
He said
Help
the
the
past,
audience.
the past.
Des, help the audience and say this was my type.
Okay,
Now I gotta
okay.
change it.
Yeah, it was my type. So I like people who are super relatable. Most of the times, those ends be hood. I like people that I can laugh with. So you can't be boring, because I like people with personality. So yeah.
So a smart person can't be funny and don't have personality.
They do, but most of the times that ain't really what I'm looking for.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying it's
So somebody that got a head on his shoulder, somebody that's going to
No
work. doing-
personality, not funny.
Yeah, we.
She's saying the people that
the people that I come across. Okay, and then that's another thing.
It sounds like the lack of
Environment.
exposure.
Yeah, I was about to say environment. This was what I was around, what I was exposed to. Y'all, I lived in the east side of Atlanta. It's a certain type of people over there. So that was just what I saw. But now,
What side you gonna move to now?
now I need to be in the upper echelon. So I live in Brookhaven with the
All right.
the doctors and the lawyers and things.
All right. Brookhaven. Brand, why y'all do that? Brandon with a B. Why y'all do that? Brandon with a B.
Brandy would it be?
I've never done that. My father has really.
I'm saying you. I'm not saying I haven't, but I'm saying as a grown woman who I know more, I have more knowledge. I'm coming into who I am now. When you 17, 16, I mean, you just
No. You're not listening. You all do it at any age. So let's not do
that's
that
what I'm
whole
saying.
speech.
That's what I'm saying. I can't speak to. That's what I'm saying. She said a year ago. That's what I don't have any recent.
What I'm asking is, okay, all right, since you Miss Perfect, you hadn't done it. You know people of all ages that fit this category.
Yeah.
I'm asking, why do you all do that as women?
I think it goes back to we're outnumbered.
Talking to Mike, woman of God.
Am I in it?
Talking to Mike.
I can hear her.
I talk directly to Mike. You
Can you hear me now?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I think it goes back to we're outnumbered. So what's it, 1 to 40 in Atlanta, men to women, something like
1
that.
to 40.
And then half the men are in alternative lifestyles. So it may be like 1 to 80, like straight men who want women, right?
That's so true.
So, if he may not have a six pack and he got a bachelor's degree and I have a master's or a doctoral degree, I might settle a little bit.
And when Dad said valuable too, you may be like, okay, I'm valuable, but this may be all I can get right now. And I don't really want to start over. I don't really want to take the chance of being 62 years old and not being able to do anything, like no kids, no nothing.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something that ain't nobody gonna like, dog.
Uh-oh. Turn the
I'm
report.
gonna say something that ain't no female about to like it.
Tell us. Tell us.
All right. Lord, why you made me like this, man?
Be free.
Tell us.
Twin.
Twin. All right.
Hold your edges.
So, and here's why I'm saying this. I'm saying it because I saw this video last night of this lady The reason I'm saying it is because my heart, my conviction. I'm not a politician. I'm not. I try to stay up on it, but I don't want to pretend as if I know about politics. I don't really care that much, but I know I have to, so I try to stay up on that. I don't care about the entertainment industry, who doing what, what's doing whatever, so forth. I stay up on it because of our job and
Yeah.
whatever. My main focus is the church. That's what I wake up in the morning thinking about. That's what I go to sleep thinking about. The church, the condition of the church. How can we make the church better? So anytime somebody says that the church is a problem, the church has created particular problems, I perk up because I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. All right. So, but I'm balanced. This particular lady started talking about how the church has become the reason why women stay single. And I listened and I said, I agree. From this particular perspective, we tell you all to pray, fast, live holy, and God gonna send you some miraculous man out of the blue.
Yeah.
Y'all know I have gotten the pulpit and I have said some things that people wouldn't like. And I'm about to say it now. Because of what she said, here's what I'm going to say. So nobody will say that this pastor fed you a bunch of malarkey. Here it is. Some of y'all need to prepare to be single for the rest of your life.
Jesus.
That's real.
Here's why. It don't have nothing to do with God. It has something, the numbers don't match.
The numbers don't match.
That's
yeah.
so real.
I literally saw a study today. It was 1 in 4 people won't get married. Women won't get married within the next 20 to 30 years.
And you all know I've been saying that the stat says by 2030, half of American women will be single. Now, I'm about to say something that's going to stir the pot. Black women, you all need to be prepared to be single more.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because though you are powerful, smart, fearfully and wonderfully made, intelligent, all of that, because most of you are unwilling to become what men are looking for,
Yeah.
do your thing. It's your life,
Yeah.
all of that. Because you are unwilling to become what men are looking for, we're going to continue to see these guys get these $1 million contracts
Yep.
and not choose our sisters.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the truth.
I'm gonna tell you this one. Them white girls, you say something about what you call it?
Hair or
No. You say something about protecting. If you say I want to do a
prenup.
I want to do a prenup.
Prenup.
We understand the extent of what a prenup is, but they don't go back and forth with that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Women automatically think that, that has something to do with the relationship. You don't like me, trust me. What I'm saying is these are some of the things we need to explore that would make us more desirable.
Yeah.
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 And now, or ladies, here's the other one. Or you need to, and I want to be careful when I say this, you need to lower your standards. You cannot be single if he is I'm not going to call it occupation because y'all love to, but if he is a particular occupation on down,
Yes, sir.
you'll be all right.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
But certain types of men that most women, what we would call in America the most desirable man.
Yeah.
He fits a particular category. He has certain attributes, etc. If you're looking for that, prepare to be single. At least half of you are. I mean, I want to say a little more than half.
Yeah.
About
That's-
75%.
that's- Yeah.
Or you need to be okay with another type of guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying it. And hear me. I'm not trying to be offensive.
Yeah.
I'm not being sexist, misogynistic. I'm saying because of our women, we all know how our women are. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
It's the truth though. It's the truth. You've been saying it.
I've been saying it for a minute.
been saying.
And I'm not trying, and it sounds mean, whatever. But I'm like, listen, even as a pastor, I've had women. You want to say this, and a lot of the people don't even go anymore. But I've had women carry on. I'm talking about in terms of character, and they don't connect the dots. You have men problems, so you have men problems, okay? But then you literally carry on as it relates to your character. You don't realize that the reason you're having these problems is because you won't shift this.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Attitude, over talking, combative. You don't work well with people. You don't work well with at all. You don't work well. So watch this. You can't be a better woman than you are a better person.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as I'm gonna be the best wife and have horrible character.
Yeah.
At some point, character is gonna catch up with everybody.
Yeah.
You can pretend, but it's going. So if I'm seeing your character over here, that you are misleading, you're combative on your job, you can't keep a job because people keep firing you. I promise you, that's going to spill over at some point in the relationships.
Yeah.
And a dude that has basic common sense is going to say, nah.
Yeah.
But watch this. But when you bring it to our people's attention, they cuss you out.
Yep.
All right.
It's the truth.
I hate that I'm saying this. I wish, because we are superior in every other thing.
Yeah.
But we have to ask ourselves, why are we failing in two areas? Relationships and money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm asking.
Relationships and money.
And this is what we keep doing. I tell y'all this all the time. If I bring something to your attention, or if somebody on your team brings something to your attention, here it is, Des. If Chris brings something to Dez's attention, say, well, hey, you did this to me. If Dez always says, well, you do this, guess who's not growing? Dez.
Yeah.
So if we keep doing this in relationships, well, what about men? Then you're not growing. You're not changing, and you're going to remain single. Or you're going to have to marry or date someone that is
Absolutely. Yeah.
less desirable. And the last thing, Chris, is you can talk about men all day, every day. You can talk about what we not, but guess what we will always have? Options.
Yep. Options.
That's the truth.
That's it. That's it.
Absolute truth.
You all don't have the options. The power is not in your hand. Oh, I got a bunch of men. Show me your rings. Show me. Oh, they be DMing me. They want to have sex with you.
Absolutely.
They're not offering to marry you. But there's a guy that is average that 50 women will say, I'll take him.
Yeah.
Average.
So remember, so for every woman that says, I have this standard, and I'm impressing this standard on this guy, there are 30 other women that says, it don't have to be all that. I'll just take this. So if you want a $20,000 wedding and you're demanding that he gives you that, just know if he stays, that's privilege, because he could actually go somewhere else and a woman would say, just give me a $5,000 wedding.
Yeah. Or don't give me a wedding.
Or don't get a wedding
Don't
at
give
all.
me a wedding at all.
Let's go to
That's
the
a down
courthouse.
payment.
Do all
For the
that.
house, $20,000.
So if a man, listen, this gonna piss y'all off. If a man is staying subject to all of your demands,
Hirsch. Just Hirsch.
because if he decided to be single for 6 months, he could find 12 other women that'll be like, oh, she's too much. I don't even want all that. And then don't mess around and find a woman that's really intelligent as it relates to money. She, like $20,000 for a wedding. I don't need that. Let's take this 20 and do A, B, C, and D. Don't let him find a woman that'll say, I can take your money and make you a millionaire in 12 months.
That's the one. That's the one. That's it.
So I'm saying be real careful before you run all these guys off with all of the entitlement. All right, I'm gone.
All right.
That's good. What would you do?